What's going on, guys? It's David Palmer, the Leo King, and I'm sitting here at a grand piano tonight. And that's where the universe brought me. And I just said I'm going to do the horoscope this way because that's where the universe is pulling us. I had no idea I'd be sitting here on a grand piano tonight, but that's where the universe has got us all. We're being stretched. We're being stretched to follow our heart, stretched to go into our truth, to go deeper and deeper and deeper into what really makes you happy in your life. And that's where life is at right now. It's extreme though. One thing about Mars and Jupiter, and when they're in a big clash like this, is the energy is so powerful and so extreme. You can feel so stretched, but you can also get thrown into very far adventures and far places, and kind of like this kind of trippy spiral bullseye right here, you know. That's the energy of the universe. This whole room, being in here with the grand piano, being me here doing this, like this is totally Mars in Scorpio, Jupiter in Leo, the sun in Leo, Mercury about to come into Leo here in the next day. We're recovering from lots of emotions and lots of feelings in our own deep inner space, and we're ready to let it out. This is external energy. It's forcing us to start to be external again, and we can be feeling like we're purging so much from the past, and we're ready to step into our futures heavily, as this is the culmination point for the collective consciousness to truly 100% everybody shift. This is a huge everybody shift moment. Everybody's lives are changing. Everybody's moments are coming into more of the visions, more of the heart that they want to have. The other flip of the side of the coin, right, that we've been talking about is maybe it's kind of, and that's because you're going to have to step into your truth now. You're going to have to do it. The universe is not going to mess around. We got Saturn in Scorpio. We got Mars, which is coming in here. You're going to have to go all in. You're going to have to invest into what makes you the most happiest. And if you're not, one thing about Leo and Scorpio in a square is satisfaction is never enough. And it's almost like you need to keep getting more and more and more. But if you're stuck in a place, I've been using this analogy a lot. Spirit has been so clear with this analogy lately. If you're sitting in a sandbox and you reach the bottom of the sandbox and there's no more sand left, well, guess what? You're gonna want more sand. And we're at a place now where you're gonna have to go get that sand. You just can't keep sitting in the sandbox and go, I want more sand, but I don't know what I'm gonna do to go get it. You know what you gotta do? This is where you gotta do the Hail Mary. It's the Hail Mary in astrology right now, where you go for it and you can't be afraid of it. Now, it might sound crazy, right? Like, oh, Hail Marys, that's dangerous, because if you miss the ball, you're not gonna win. But this is also where in the game, this is where the big Super Bowl victory comes. When you go for it, it's part of your heart. You make the Hail Mary because you know you're gonna make it, because it's fun and it's exciting and you're good at it and you're dynamic at it and you're investing in it because you know your swag, your inner purpose, your inner heart. It's fun, it's exciting. And if you do lose the game, you're still happy. If you're able to do that, that's when you win in your life. And that's where we're all being forced to see if we have in ourselves right now. We've got Venus, which is going to start to square Uranus very intensely here for the next 48 hours. And this is bringing unpredictable, wild, electric, and exciting change in projects, relationships, and emotions in our life, and having to really try new things. Go with the flow, try differently, not let our emotions inhibit the wants and the needs that we need in our life, but also to make sure that we're getting our wants and our needs on target with really looking at our emotions and making sure we're listening to them and we're feeling and we're at still a sensitive moment as we're transitioning out of such a sensitive time of an 8 months of some real kind of stagnant, I'll just be honest, really boring energy. Sure, it was stable, but there was no big stories in the press. There was nothing really going on. Sure, there was developments in our lives and things happening, and things are always going to be happening. But you have to see that this is where it all led to. It was all leading towards this major threshold in life of going for it, of taking the big actions, of really exploding your heart out, exploding your truth out, and going for it. And this is where you capitalize on it. To have all the planets like this right now, and I keep promoting this, is freaking amazing to have this. But it's intense, and if you're sensitive and weak, you know, it's gonna force you to push through it, to not be afraid, even if you think, oh, something's wrong. We had a Sun-Jupiter conjunction within the last week, which shows no matter how freaky it could be, no matter how scared you might be, the universe is like going to take care of you, and it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. There's going to be nothing wrong. There's a Santa Claus hanging out with God right now going, they think it's going to be horrible, but really it's going to be okay. What are they worried about? There's nothing to be worried about at this moment. Even though we feel so stretched and it's so extreme. It's so extreme. But don't let it get you. Part of being extreme energy is holding on to the roller coaster and it being fun. With the drama, the movie comes and it's exciting and powerful and you think they're going to die or you think they're going to fail, but they come through. Or that moment when you're going to go for the Hail Mary and you're going to go take it and gosh, it's the Super Bowl and you know what? It's the brightest moment in your life because thank God you went for that Hail Mary or it would have been a boring Super Bowl. It's time in our lives to really go, to take off and to not be afraid of radical new changes and even maybe relationships. These are really radical new relationships being smacked in our face right now. And go for it. Why not? It's exciting, it's different. The universe is setting up destiny very intensely right now, very exciting. And this is a time in your life to really not be afraid, to go, to experience, and to be. And it's whether or not you're going to go for it that is your greatest test right now. If you're going to take the action, the courage, and with the moon finishing in Virgo and coming into Libra today, it's about looking at your reality and realizing that the connection that you're looking for in your life is love. The connection that you want to connect with in life is your passion. The connection that you want to have in your life is you shining your brightest. And that's where harmony lies. Because all harmony is a sunset and a cocktail on the beach. And it's that moment when it's not the sunset making it great, it's you and your experience of your own brightness and your own energy experiencing the sunset, not the sunset. It's you. So remember that today, that it's about you. It's about your experience, no matter how stretched, no matter how intense this Godzilla match can feel sometimes in space, and we're getting remnants of it, that you have the ability now in your life to go for it, to take that sunset on the beach and make it your life because of your own experience, not because of the outer force that it's going to change for you, but that you're experiencing it now, and that you have the power now to start to go for it. And this next 48 hours, today, tomorrow, I think is going to uncover even more radical as we're really peaking out. Today, tomorrow is a peak out. It'll be interesting to what comes in your life and what happens, and I'm really excited to see it. And no, I don't have a tarot card of the day today, but we'll channel a note for the universe today of how to feel it out. I think that really we just are at a place where we can just go. We can just see that it's crisp and it's clean. And even though it's intense, that we don't have to worry because there's so much positivity around and it's a supercharged effector going on right now. And all the energy and all the particles are charging up right now. And you can't lose when the power and the battery is full. The universe has recharged the battery full. And it's time for us to start using that in our lives and not weighing it out too much and not being afraid to use it. Not being afraid. There's a lot of fear stuff that we got to get through on this point. And it's the fear of whether or not you're ready to go have fun and happy or whether or not you're holding that fear from that happiness. So tomorrow is my big webinar, so make sure you don't miss it. The August 2014 webinar called Fly Baby Fly. Register now at inclusiveastrology.com. And I will see you guys tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific on the big webinar. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys for the weekend forecast tomorrow.